Hello there, my name is Valerie White Williams and I'm a voice teacher and a vocal coach for Vocal Splendor Studios. Today I'm doing another reaction video and this time I'm back to reacting to Floor Jansen performing Adagio, which is a Lara Fabian cover, and I can't wait to hear it, so let's have a listen. Interesting. I had a feeling she was gonna kind of make a bit more of a metal rock version. To be honest, I love Lara's version. Of course, I've heard Damasha's version, but yeah, it's really interesting to hear Floor's version. So let's keep going.
All of these nights without you.
Pause just a minute. Whew. This is a big song, big song, but Floor is the singer to pull it off. And what I'm really loving about this video in particular, the camera's so close on her face that you can see what she's doing with her mouth. It's almost like the dental chair. You can see in her mouth so much. And just how she shapes those vowels, like ooh, she really knows how to enunciate in a way that doesn't disturb the flow of the line, the vocal line. So that's some of that classical training. Floor has a little different voice than Lara. Lara has a lot of creaminess to her tone. She's got more of a, what we call a lyric soprano, where I think Floor has a bit more of dramatic, a little more edge in the voice. But it's great. We love all the voices. It's like ice cream, lots of flavors. Wow, that was great. You know, I know a lot of people will probably think Lara's version is the definitive version, and yes, it is. But a great song deserves to be sung by the people that can sing it, and I totally agree with that. And I liked her version as well. I liked Dimash's version. In fact, it makes me want to sing it because it's such a powerful song. Now, Floor made it her own, and like I said, you can see so much of her la. You can see how she's using her mouth to resonate. Now, Floor has a face that is a singer's face. She's got a lot of broadness in her face, and her mouth is really big. Mine's pretty big too. I think she might have more than I do. Yes. So, because what happens when you have a bigger mouth, you have more resonating space. So a lot of pro singers have bigger mouths than normal. Not all, because you know, the resonator is big. It's like having a small guitar and a bigger guitar. You know, the bigger the mouth is, the more resonating space. But besides that, you know, this is an intense song. You have to be in the moment of that intensity, that emotional intensity. And it's big shoes to fill because Lara is so awesome. But Floor made it her own by tuning into the emotion of the song and just really having fun with the intensity. It's almost like stretching this angst coming in and out of the song. And of course, Floor is great with English. She can sing in all kinds of languages. It's amazing. But I really liked watching her. So I tell a lot of my students when they start training as singers to watch the mouth. Watch what people are doing with their mouth. Now, with this particular song, she was doing some things that normally singers don't do, but I think she lifted some shoulders. But to be honest, it didn't really affect here, because this is what singers need to do, is keep that chest lifted, especially that last note where she held it out so long. You just see this, but the power is coming from below. That's kind of where the power comes from singing. It's kind of like, I use this analogy for my students. It's kind of like a fountain that is at a city park. The water's squirting out, and the way the water is squirting out, because there's a pump underneath the ground that's pumping it out. The pipes are passive. So that's really how singers do it. People, you hear this big voice and you're like, what are they doing? They're just opening their mouth. But what it is they have a lot of control from down below. And one of my voice teachers who I studied with when he was 92 years old, he had this saying, it's imaginary line. Everything above the line is relaxed. So when you see really great singers, you just see this. But below, in the ribs and controlling that breath, is how they fuel those big notes. Now, it takes practice to do that. It takes practice to learn how to use your breath in that athletic way. And the more intense music like that, and opera and metal, requires even more, because you want to use the breath to fuel your voice and not muscle tension. And that's what you could see with her. You didn't see any muscle tension. You didn't see any necks bulging. You didn't see chins filming out. You just saw enunciation really well. She'd bring her lips together. So she really used her mouth and her articulators to really spread the words, because English is, especially English, there's a lot of consonants. We sing on the vowels, but we have to articulate the consonants and then keep everything loose, relaxed. And that relaxation, it's kind of like how can I say it? It's relaxed but energized. And so that's another thing with singers. Sometimes they energize the wrong things and they relax the wrong things, because we want the energy to be from here and we need to have the relaxation here. So that's how they make it work. It's not necessarily intuitive. People tend to want to feel like they have to squeeze things out of their face, but it's really about using the breath. So yeah, huge fan of Floor. So if you love Floor as much as I do, make sure you subscribe and click on the bells, because I'm going to continue to react to these Floor solos because they're great. And she is so sweet to record these so we all can learn from them. So if you love Floor, make sure you click on the bell and subscribe so you get notified of all my uploads, and let me know what other Floor songs I should react to. I also heard the news that Thomas has resigned from Nightwish, and I'm just as sad as everybody else. So let me know about any Nightwish songs too, and we'll find out what happens next. I don't think the band is over, but it's going to be hard to replace him for sure. And also, I want to let you know that if you are interested in voice lessons, I am teaching online. I've been teaching online since 2011 when my YouTube channel started blowing up. So I'm very experienced working online. And I've worked with students from all over the world, all styles, all genres, all levels. So if you're interested in lessons, you can go to my website at vocalsplendor.com. Also, I wanted to let you know of my 2 free passion projects on Facebook. They're private groups. The first one is called Creative Soul Alignment, and that's for people that are interested in the creative arts as well as spirituality. Because when we are creating our world, and that's what we're here to do. We can actually create, visualize, create, and we're going to change this world. We are. And the next project is called YouTube Success Strategies, and that's where I'm teaching people how to succeed on YouTube. I'm a bit different than the other YouTube coaches because I'm coming from that creative perspective as a self-employed voice teacher versus someone who's working in corporate and all that stuff. So if you're interested in that, you can find both groups listed below in the description. All right, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.